There will come a time that you need to replace your heating and air conditioning system. And we have ductwork in our home. The question is do we have to replace the ductwork at the same time we get a new heating and air conditioning system? So I brought Brandon Day in from Day Cool Heating and Air to answer that question. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Pretty good, I bet you.
I am living the dream. So I get a new air conditioning system, all updated. I love it. Do I have to replace the ductwork?
That's kind of a gray area because there's a lot of variables that come into play. Duct size, I mean, equipment size is the same. Airflow, that's one of the steps we take is probably different than some of the competitors. Is we measure that duct system to the size. You know, a tube can only carry so much air, and if you're amping up how much air is pumping through there, you can, you know, your static pressure is such a big deal, and we measure that the static pressure on the system. It's like blood pressure in a human.
Mm-hmm.
When we do maintenances, we check that to see what's going on and how everything. So it kind of, we cut the head off of a snake before it's an issue. But we offer a product called AeroSeal. So if the duct works super leaky, or the duct is sound, but the seams and stuff or can be sealed with AeroSeal or Mastic, there's times that's a solution. Metal duct work is my favorite. I hate putting it in, but it's the best duct.
Oh.
And we can seal metal duct with AeroSeal so well. If the insulation is good, you know, that just might be an option for that customer. Obviously, we would love to go back with new duct every time, but because then you're eliminating dust, all the stuff. We don't have to do a duct clean and seal. You just have to look at it. Everyone's different, but yeah, a lot of times you can't just. The equipment requires more than what the thing will tote. It's like trying to pull a 40-foot boat with a Tacoma. Sometimes it's not going to be the best solution. There's a lot of variables. We always do like the upgrade grills and such, you know, registers. But yeah, that's a gray area question.
Yeah. Brandon, I'm sure you have some customers who are like, you know what? I don't care. Pull everything out. Pretend it's new, like the whole building's new, and let's start over. Because if money's no object, that might be the best way to go, unless for some reason the ductwork is extremely superior, or it's very difficult to work in the space to remove it and add new stuff. But I remember when I had my 18-year-old air conditioning units replaced, I had everything taken out. I didn't even ask the question. They said, yes, it's best to do it. And I thought it made sense as well. And I felt pretty good about it because it was like new construction at that point. I'm like, okay, everything's new. I don't have to worry about old dirty ducts. And they're going to obviously have their hands and eyes on it as they're building it, right? So it's going to probably be the best it can be.
Yep. And you know, in the existing home, the only thing you really worry about then is sheetrock issues when you're trying to remove or we just make it known up front that might have to need some sheetrock repairs. But that's the worst part of it. Unless it's a tight attic or something. We have a lot of attic systems here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I understand. Mine's in the attic too. And it's tough to work in the summertime. That's a whole nother question. How does your team manage in the summertime in the hot attics? All right. Thank you so much, Brandon. As always, I appreciate your expertise here on the Check a Pro radio show.
Hey, thanks for having me.